Our problem is we think we're part of this government, and you're not.
Joining us today, civil rights activist, comedian, Gregory.
Anytime you vote for the lesser of the two evils, you evil yourself. That's how Hitler came to power.
You got people who are concerned in terms of where do we go from here.
You don't go nowhere. It's not your business.
What do you say to that activist, to that young person, to that elder who's saying, okay, what do I do for the next 4 years?
You do nothing. You're not going to make 4 years. This country won't make 4 years. It's over.
Now, when you say it's over, what does that mean?
It means decline. The Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, all of them fell. Okay? All of them fell. You see it.
So what should we do?
Our problem is we think we're part of this government, and you're not. Everything you seeing, something's wrong with it. Okay, something's wrong with it.
Do you think that we're going to continue to see more of these protests? They've been happening every single day all across the country.
Yeah, because most of them are staged.
Peace. Hope everyone is doing well. It's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com here with episode 1 of Full Moon Vibes. I'll be doing this every 2 weeks. Full moon, new moon. The show is called Vibes, but you know, we got new moon vibes, full moon vibes. We also have weekend vibes. Just everything is a vibe, everything is a vibration, everything is a frequency, and I hope you guys are doing well. Everybody is, you know, soaking up this It's a real weird energy, speaking of, the energy is very weird. I'm in Detroit. It's real gloomy and rainy, but every time it rains, I throw on that Fleetwood Mac and, when the rain washes clear, soon you'll know, right? Soon you'll know, and it'll wash us clear of all of the negativity to be here, all right? So what I want to do with this video is I want to be artistic. I want to be informative. I want to be educational. I want to talk about things that nobody else is talking about. And I want to have hella fun. But I cannot do this by myself. I need your vibe. I need your frequency. It's a big smorgasbord of vibes and frequencies to create something new. You know what I'm saying? This is the chocolate milk of all things spiritual and cosmological, because they always say there is nothing new under the sun, but what about behind the sun? What about over the sun? What about in the middle of the sun? Is there some new stuff there? So that is our quest. That is our goal. Like, share, subscribe. Be like, what is you showing me? I'm showing you a brand new vibe, a whole new frequency, a whole new way to understand astrology. Okay? If y'all want the same old astrological breakdowns, the full moon is in here, and it means that, and blah, 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 blah. It's plenty of videos and things of that nature. But as I digress a little bit, a lot of people is, jumping on the bandwagon of this spiritual stuff, and that's cool. That was the overall goal, right? When we set off on this journey to make this, to normalize spirituality, normalize astrology, but understand that we are pioneers too, right? So we're going to do something different. We're going to change the game like nobody else can do. And for me, it's all about art versus entertainment. I had a breakthrough this weekend in preparation after the course, doing the heart chakra work, heart. And it was like, he is art. So I hold back my artistic expression. You know what I'm saying? I could do a lot more artistic shit on my channel, but for some reason I hold back because I don't know. I was trying to be entertaining. I was trying to be status quo. But then these new videos, this new content, I'm letting all of that go. Everything that I drop is going to be artistic. It's going to be different. It's going to break boundaries. It's going to be new. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be artistic because he is art. Once I've activated my heart chakra, I've activated my art chakra. Okay? Is your art chakra activated? Maybe it's not. And maybe you like, well, how can I get my art chakra activated, hood? Alchemic Academic, the links are in the description. So go ahead and get that heart chakra activation course because the price is, invalid. If I charge $5,000 for that thing, you should still be trying to pay for it. However, it's not $5,000, right? It's $23. So you got a $5,000 value being sold to you for $23. Shit, you need to get that and give one for everybody in your family, right? Whole family this Christmas holiday, chakras is activated. That's the gifts that we giving. But if you interested in deals and things of that nature, Colombian Exchange, that's me and my wife's site. That's how we feed our children. So if you're really interested in, supporting this channel, be like the thousands of customers that we done tallied up over this year and get your spiritual supplies, right? Yoni steams. Let me correct that. Womb steams, going crazy. A lot of fellas be having trouble with their wife, and I just don't be having that trouble. Yeah, sometimes I get irritated because I'm an irritable type of person, but it's a magical process when your wife is steaming on the regular. So fellas, maybe you thinking about getting your wife something special and you trying to get her a diamond ring, or you trying to get her some earrings, or you trying to get her a nice little necklace or something. That's perfectly cool. But you want to actually level up this whole situation? altercreations.net, colombianexchange.net. Yoni steam, womb steam. I keep saying yoni, but we way beyond the yoni. We restoring whole wombs out here, hopefully have some time to bring my wife on here to discuss everything that she been doing. If y'all think I'm doing a lot, wait until my wife drops some of these new projects that she got going on. Straight up changing the world, changing whole environments. But news and all of that, it can get kind of boring. Let's get straight into the vibe, right? So we are doing sidereal placements, and they like, Hood, why you doing sidereal? Why don't you do sidereal and Western? I could do that, but then I wouldn't be writing exact with myself. So I'm not trying to prove anything to nobody when I'm doing sidereal. I used to be a Western astrologer, just like most people, but in order to deal with some reality and to fully grasp it, I had to progress into the sidereal. Now, it's not the easiest thing to grasp. It's not the easiest thing to understand. That's why I'm here, right? And you can take this information and flip it and reflip it or whatever you want to do. But understand, now that you here, it's time to deal with some exclusive astrology. Let me check this chat. Okay. You know, I can't see the chat right now, family, so I'm going to be going back and forth just to make sure everything is going on. I got my little monitor. I see my little thing going up and down, but that don't mean that y'all hearing me. So it's a tendency for me to go, radio silent. Shout out to Prime Harmonic, but I will be checking the chat from slide to slide, making sure everything is being received. Now, down to the business, right? We have a full moon, right? And when I'm looking at the ecliptic, really the energy is no longer centered in Aries anymore, family, right? There is no ecliptic energy with Aries. That's so disheartening, right? So people, it's like the ecliptic is like the clock. The clock hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, say if Aries is 1 o'clock, but the diameter of your clock begins to shrink. So that 1 is fixated, but your clock is shrinking or moving. So what was now 1 o'clock is now 12 o'clock. But then again, it's not that simple, right? It has gotten smaller to the point that it don't even go on 1 o'clock no more. It just skip 1. It go from 1 to 3. That's what the universe is changing. The universe is expanding. This is the law of thermodynamics. However, a crusty ass astrologer will say everything is 30 degrees perfectly. Everything is 12 perfect signs, all at 30 degrees at perfect angles. That's simply not true, ladies and gentlemen. And I know that's hard for y'all to wrap y'all minds around, but the constellations are a very tricky thing. The ecliptic line is a very tricky thing. And if you ain't studying astronomy and astrology extensively, you shouldn't really say shit about astrology. I say if you're not studying astronomy and astrology, you shouldn't be really talking about astrology. Now, I've been speaking on astrology for 3 years publicly. I've studied astrology 10 to 15 years privately. To which I'm still learning new things. I'm still learning information. And that's the crux of my channel. It is to learn astrology, not just to prophesy and be referencing shit that really don't make sense and really not going to help you, right? So today I am trying to help you and trying to bring value to your astrological situation. So we have the sun not in Scorpio, not in Libra, right? The sun is not in Libra. The sun's not even in Scorpio. But Western astrologers will say the sun done already passed through Libra. But the reason is that Virgo is the largest constellation along the ecliptic, meaning that energy stays in Virgo longer. Now, that's easy for us to understand. But what I'm teaching is that most people will say that the ecliptic is 30 degrees, to which Virgo should have been over 30 days ago. But it's just not like that in actual factual astronomy, to which the crux of understanding astrology is astronomy. So we should understand astronomy. And that's a hard thing to study. So when you talk about actual studying things and difficulty, a lot of y'all done already checked out. Because now I'm saying things that are blowing through your paradigm. So I'll do you one better. Y'all believed in Jesus one time. And now y'all got some new information. Change your mind. Now y'all don't believe in Jesus. Well, Western astrology is likened to Jesus, right? It's likened to Jesus. It's Western astrology. It's Western education. It's Western religion. Hello? Why is astrology no different from our religions and our educational system? We'll stand up and bash that all day long, but then we start talking about the right and exactitude of astrology, people get, now I'm triggering you. Now it's a problem. Right? But it shouldn't be a problem. We should be okay with expanding our minds and learning new information. And I say all of that to say, the sun is still in Virgo. The sun is still in Virgo. And that's okay. Well, my birthday is yesterday, hood, and I got a Scorpio tattoo. Well, get that joint removed, right? What possessed you to get a tattoo of a sun sign anyway? You got a moon sign, Mars somewhere, right? A Uranus somewhere. You got shit all over the place. Why are you just focusing on your sun sign? It's a lot to learn. And a lot of it, you got to be patient. I've been studying astrology for 18 years and I'll be like, man, shit, throw all this away. Let me look at this shit from a whole new angle. Let me start over again. People don't even really study that shit, but will become an authority off of that. And y'all got to really be careful. But then again, y'all don't care either. Y'all just looking at this shit as entertainment, to which we are dealing with mayat. We are dealing with measurement. And your ability to measure is your ability to cultivate. Your ability to cultivate is your ability to prosper. Rewind. If you're not properly measuring, shit, it's like, you want to cook a cake and somebody is going to give you faulty ass measurements, to which your cake is never tasting right. Your manifestations, there's something wrong with our manifestations, because I can reference this spirituality, but then a person will say, man, I got to go to work. And you remember my baby daddy that I was talking about? That nigga still ain't shit. And I'm just like, well, I'm dropping the sublime mathematics, the divine spiritual miracle. You know, everything is perfected. From this point of view, relationships is a cinch. Y'all all should be in polygamous wonderments at this particular point in time. What's the problem? What am I not missing? Where's the disconnect at? People not properly measuring the days and the times and the energies. So if everything is right and exact, everything is 30 degrees, everything is perfect, which it is, but you don't know how long the sun is going to be in a particular sign, you're going to be thrown off. For a good month and a half, the energies is just straight the fuck thrown off. Energy still be in Virgo, and our measurements be Libra, Scorpio. Wait a second. Bring that back for a second. And if y'all want details to the notes, y'all don't want to hear me ramble and things of that nature, please, the link is in the description. The blog is multiplestreams.info. Okay, multiplestreams.info. Very, very simple, very easy. You can read this, share it with your mama and daddy. It's also links included, so you can get the downloads and do the research yourself. Right? And then I think, Sidereal versus Western. Is it really that hard to wrap your mind around? And I say absolutely the fuck not. Because everybody here can Google right now Sidereal versus Western. And if you just sit your ass down and read the various articles, maybe you can come to the thought that I came to. Western astrology is wrong, but it's going to take me a lot of time and energy to relearn and learn and re-understand this in the right, proper way. To which, that's why we're here. So the sun is still in Virgo at the last star of Virgo. We've been doing a deep dive of these stars and really understanding this Virgo energy, the divine feminine that has sacrificed herself, right? The Virgo is dead. in the mythology is a dead woman. And it's like a dead woman that hung herself. What's the story in that? What am I going to learn from a woman hanging herself? To which we are referencing the end of patriarchy and the rise of matriarchy, because the matriarchy, Virgin, the largest constellation, is dead. Nobody knows anything about this divine feminine energy. It's straight up matriarchy. And we'll get into the details of this great time, right? This great time, this reversal of fortune, this secret star of knowledge that we call Kambalia, the moving journess, the Mu Virginus, or the Lambda Virginus. And this represents 109 virgins. This is all virgin energy, virgins that have sacrificed themselves, but as we reference the celestial, energy does not die. It is just transferred, to which we are now dealing with the Phoenix rising, a restoration of divine feminine energy. So patriarchal thoughts, patriarchal concepts, things that don't really hold in this future are breaking down. And I've been referencing the goddess, divine feminine, understanding these modalities, because a lot of people think that he's talking about divine feminine, he's a divine feminist. No, it's two separate things. Divine feminine is for men and women. Oh, I repeat, divine feminine is for men and women. We're talking about a psychological process of manifestation, of attracting, of magnetism, psychic forces, to which it sounds real crazy, but you haven't been investigating. Y'all been to Barnes and Nobles, y'all been on Amazon, y'all done heard people speak about the books and the technology of psychic forces, but you thought you was gonna get it from watching a video. To which it don't make sense. We've been talking about this on Instagram, and hopefully y'all following me on Instagram. I've been doing little live videos that have been kind of going up. People have been liking them. I'm gonna probably do more of them. Just little short videos where I'm talking about different topics. But the last topic that I talked about was, can you be conscious and work a 9 to 5? Just a question. Because obviously you're not quitting your job for nothing. So it's just hypothetical. Don't take it too seriously. Because the time and effort, maybe it takes 40 hours of meditation to awaken yourself to your truth, but that's too much. That's too much for y'all. 40 hours for pennies on the dollar, perfectly fine. 40 hours to really get in tune with yourself, too difficult, too boring, you rather not, right? So in understanding these actual processes and modalities, it take a minute to kind of let it sit through. But if you thinking that it's going to happen in your pastime, in your leisure, when you feel like it, maybe your money is more important than your spiritual evolution and your spiritual development, you're going to get what you paid for. Literally. The invocation and the exaltation of your soul will not lead you wrong, even if you have to give up some of this material bullshit that don't even really matter at the end of it all. Now do it. However, if that's your priority, these things begin to be triggering. So the moon, as I was saying earlier, the Aries is at the top, located at the top of the screen, but this lower energy, Cetus, that's really, the moon is closer to Cetus. Uranus is closer to Cetus than it is to Aries, to which this is a full moon in Cetus, not Aries. And that's a hard thing to wrap your mind around because you ain't did no investigation on Cetus. However, Aries is comfortable. It's been in front of you for this entire time. It's easier to discuss, and new information don't really exist, right? Only information exists is the shit that you know. Anything outside of the shit that you know don't exist. So we're talking about the fixed stars of Cetus, and we're also, if we want to just reference Aries, the fixed star of Hamel. Now, understanding the full moon, the sun and the moon are in opposition. So opposition is two things that are farthest away from each other. However, these things are the closest because if you have a clear communication with your expression and your subconscious mind, Your expression in your subconscious mind. See, a lot of people's expression, I am conscious, I am woke, but really, y'all need to be listening and learning for real. Y'all really want to set yourself up to be spiritual leaders, but y'all haven't put in the time, effort, or energy to be as such, to which the karma will consist. And of course, people will feel you because you coming through with that easy microwavable shit and you don't need to do nothing. However, if I wanted to offer you a basketball scholarship or a degree or a certificate, you would have to put in the time, effort, and energy. But your psychology, I don't know. That's going to be too much of a stretch. I don't know. Right? So, in order to see where we're going to be in life, we have to first start with the moon. We have to first start with the subconscious and then lead it into the actual expression, right? Because sometimes your expression in your subconscious mind can be at disagreement, but that actual modality to bring them in alignment is rather simple, but we tend to make it hard. Since we are dealing with Cetus and we are dealing with Aries, this is what we would call a warrior's moon. A warrior's moon. A warrior is the indication that is you and enemies. Now, your enemies can be the white man. It could be women if you're a man. It can be girls if you're a man. It could be women if you're a man. It could be men if you're a woman. Or it could be men if you're a man. It could be women if you're a woman. Whoever your perceived enemies are. Right? You got external enemies, but we're still dealing with the analogy. Our subconscious mind starts, and then our expression comes after. So if you hate the white man, why did you create that in your subconscious mind? If you hate women, why did you create that in your subconscious mind? If you don't have enough money, why did you create that in your subconscious mind? If you don't got a right place to stay, why did you create that in your subconscious mind? If you hate the city that you live in, why did you create that in your subconscious mind? So which you create the hate internally, now you have to express it. I'm a Democrat. I do Democrat shit. I fight Democrat fights. There is no internal dialogue in that, right? There is no subconscious thought-provoking other than I am a Democrat. To which the warrior's moon is not external, it's internal. And there's 4 different energies that you want to fight against. If you want to get a document, multiplestreams.info, you can journal these things, but I'm going to just say it. Just in case y'all got pen and pad on deck or you just here to listen and things of that nature. The enemies that you fight for this full moon, right? Laziness. The lack to apply oneself for future success. An example is that I am doing the things that I would do if I were wealthy. And I am wealthy, I'm just not rich, right? I have a wealthy mind state. I have wealthy habits, and I'm now doing the things that I am hoping will lead to future wealth, right? This is the expression. This is the subconscious mindset. Now, the difference between this is not doing shit. It's a lot of people that wish and hope and trying to manifest some shit and being real passive about it. Well, that's not a warrior mentality. A warrior mentality is getting up off your ass, right? And fighting that lazy shit. And it's not me saying that, it's me saying that to myself and fighting every point in time where I'm lazy. A man might walk past something that needs to be picked up and don't pick it up. Why? Because he's lazy. To which you keep doing that shit, your whole house is going to be dirty. And you like, damn, I hate cleaning it up. And then you go and wait till everything pile up and then clean it up. No. You see something, you pick it up. You don't wait until it gets to a point where it's just unbearable. And that's how a lot of people be. But I'll tell you why you're like that. Because it's conscious people who are propagating a message that you don't have to do shit. Right? They're saying, just be. Right? But that's not getting you what you want. Just be lazy. That's not getting you what you want. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it $1, right? And it's not to say that you need to do this or you need to do that. If you have a relationship with your guardian ancestors, right? Your guardian angels, synonymous, then you know what to do for your damn self, right? The government might say that's not a good thing. Your mama might say that's not a good thing. Your wife might say that's not a good thing, but you know what you need to be doing. Don't be lazy about it. Be a warrior, right? This is a warrior moon, right? Pettiness. What is pettiness? Pettiness is the feeling that you should be like you should be where another person is at, but you ain't put in none of the work. And a lot of people feel like they don't need to put in work. They don't need to learn. They don't need to develop. They just want to be where you're at. Well, while you was working your 9 to 5, you made, let's say, $100 to $200, $300 today at your 9 to 5, right? I worked on preparing this video. How much did I get paid for this video? 0. To which I am leveraging everything else that I have to balance out some way or another. So I could invest 8 hours into creating this video and it'll pay off some way, some form, somehow, right? And for that, it takes time and energy, learning things, and then being able to help other people real easy. People can just ask me a question. Oh, just do this. It took me years to be able to tell you to do something in 2.5 seconds, right? So the modality to be who you need to be is not about just feeling glorious and vainglorious or better than the next person and listening to conscious people. You are divine. You are everything. It should be how you want it to be. Cool. Do that shit over there though. Don't fuck with me. Don't talk to me. Like, be in your own little circumference of laziness, pettiness, impatience, right? Warriors are not impatient. Warriors are patient. How do you know when you impatient? When you not being patient? When you're not being patient, patient is an act. You should have a modality. You should have a mode of understanding how to move through impatience, to which if you are impatient, you're not focused or concentrated on said goal. You're too lazy and you already think it should be handed to you. You think Ed McMahon is going to knock on your door with a big ass check and you've been waiting for that for 20 years every day. Please give me this big ass check, right? Impatience, right? Wrath. Wrath is the nature of Aries, is the nature of Cetus. Cetus is a sea monster. Aries is a warlike energy, right? Wrath, and they like to put Mars in Aries, but there's also a feminine Venusian aspect to Aries, which we'll talk about after these messages, right? But wrath is like straight going. I like this man. I like this woman. I'm gonna vision a future. I like this job. I'm gonna work here for 20 years. I like this house. I'm gonna live here forever, right? To which when shit don't play out the way it don't play out, you like sad about it. That's wrath. That's your wrath. It's subtle. So a lot of warriors have to fight. You have to fight so much, right? Because niggas is passive aggressive in 2020, right? Passive aggression is just like a person smacking you in the mouth, right? But they ain't doing it. They being nice about it. But it's the same energy, to which you could be dealing with a person that's passive aggressive and it's like they kicking you in your ass 24/7, but you don't got no marks to prove it. You got the marks on your aura and your emotional body, which is the subconscious mind, which is the creation of your expression. But if you're around passive aggressive people, you're not going to grow. It's literally like you getting your ass kicked, right? And then you want to go to work or be on YouTube or do all of these kind of things. But at the root, at your emotional level, you have people that's not supporting you. That's passive aggression. You will know the difference between Trust me, my wife was not the first girl that I've been in love with. You would know the difference of a person that love you versus a person that don't love you, to which you have to be patient. Love, relationships, because we still in the 7th house. You can't be lazy in a relationship. A lot of y'all too lazy for the relationship. A man want this, a man want that. I don't feel like doing this or that. I'll forget about it and be mad at him for not doing the shit that he wants me to do. He gets up every day and goes to work, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, pay the rent. But when he come home, it's too much for me to throw on lingerie. It's too much for me to have on the dinner cooked for him and shit like that. Lazy. To which you would be real confused why he packing his bags and heading to another place, another female, and things of that nature. Because you could be slightly petty. You might feel deserving of the love that this divine masculine is being presented towards you. And all of that is bullshit that you've been fed. It's not going to work in man to woman relationship, close, intimate, developing relationship and communication and things of that nature. None of this magic shit can exist in your relationship. Me and my wife are very matter of fact and very normal. It's just like the spiritual is masculine and feminine. Everything else, we got to figure it out, right? So the sun is signified by our expression. The moon is signified by our emotions. And these are the things that help us on our spiritual journey. I'll say that again. Our expression and our emotions are our spiritual journey. But our expression and our emotions have to be true, to which we then use the waning moon to clear ourselves of ego and whatever it is that we need to cleanse, we cleanse ourselves of, right? Because this is the actual energy to manifestation and spiritual journey. You have to know that your emotions, if not cleansed, are somebody else. You have to know if your emotions, if not cleansed, if your aura is not cleansed, if you ain't doing the spiritual work to come up fresh and new, starting over, then you perpetuating ideas that are old and been used before, and they don't have shit to do with this present time. We are dealing with a major shift of consciousness and newness that a lot of people just feel like it is just some simple stuff, but it's very, very esoteric. But esoteric is met with a little bit of earth reality, because we still in Virgo. So all of the esoteric mental stuff or the emotional stuff, if you're not physically ready, that's why Virgo is so long. It takes time to get there, to physically match up. You ever did a sculpture before? You just don't do a sculpture in a couple hours. It might take years to finish a sculpture. To which we want to learn our psychology and our soul in 20 minutes. So if we take this actual energy, which the moon is in Aries, the moon is in Cetus, is the warrior moon. And then we take our emotions and we put them together. Then we're able to take this warrior moon energy and destroy our enemies. To which, if we think that we destroying other human beings because they don't agree with us, then that means we have inner work to do. Listen, if we're trying to hurt other people for not agreeing with us, that means we have inner work to do. Now, you use this warrior moon for other people. If you just walk out the door and, you know what I'm saying, a car just pull over and just point out to you for no reason and he want to fight you, now you utilize your warrior moon. But if that don't happen, right, if don't nobody just pick a fight with you for no reason, then that means it's some inner shit, some inner demons that you got to work with, not against. So a lot of people may feel like they're not a warrior. If you're not a warrior, then you a pawn. If you're not a warrior, then you a pawn. That means you getting your ass kicked. If you're not a spiritual warrior, you don't have no dominion. You don't have no integrity. You don't have no virtue. Because, yeah, it's all high and mighty spiritual miracle. But when you get alone and by yourself, you really think you're not shit for real. You really don't understand rooting yourself and connecting to the collective consciousness for real. You just feel like people like you because you're saying some deep shit. So you just trying to say more deep shit to get people to like you. Listen, if nobody likes what I'm saying right now, please click off the video. Because I can give two fucks whether you like or dislike this information. I provided more than enough information that you can begin to understand my perspective, to which you can disagree, or you can understand it and apply it to your overall life. Now, if you're not a warrior, you getting your ass kicked. You a pawn. Right? And we talking about spiritual warriors, to which you want to have the mastery and dominion first and foremost. Wait a second. First and foremost, like you want to be ready to whoop somebody ass off the rip. Even if you're not going to whoop nobody ass. I can't fight. I tell you right off the rip, I cannot fight, but don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me because I got ways, right? I got ways proven. Proven ways to just not fuck with me, okay? So I'm gonna run through these quotes. I'll be showing these quotes on Instagram because these represent the full moon vibes, right? This is from Sun Tzu. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. To which you don't even have an esoteric plan. See, spiritually, if we understood this shit for real, then we would understand that we are already going to win before the battle even starts. And if we came together on that understanding, then there is no particular war. There is no particular battle. See, first and foremost, y'all come into this bitch like, I'm getting my ass whooped. Hey, I'm getting my ass whooped too. Hey, I'm getting my ass whooped. Let's be friends and let's talk about all the different ways we getting our ass whooped. To which I don't want nothing to do with y'all. I need people who've already won. Listen, if you ain't already won, what's the point of even waking up? This is Aries, right? This is the crux of all, right? I dislike death. However, there are some things I dislike more than death. Therefore, there are times when I will not avoid danger. This is Mencius. So belief and trust and consciousness, these become things that you will live and die for, because at a moment's notice, somebody is on my comments, somebody is in my inbox like, brother, you shouldn't say that. Brother, you pronouncing Sidereal wrong. It's Sidereal, as if I don't know how to pronounce things or whether that matters or not, right? Not here for the friendship. If anything, I'm here to talk to myself. It may be my kids listen to this 15 years from now, but other than that, y'all gonna take me or leave me. It's easy to kill someone with the slash of a sword. It's hard to be impossible for others to cut down. Yagyu Muni Nori. And if you want the actual factual quotes, please follow me on Instagram, The Hood Mystic. It's easy to kill someone with the slash of a sword, but it's hard to be impossible for others to cut down. How do you become impossible for others to cut down? It's only one way, ladies and gentlemen. It's only one way, and that is to ground yourself. To which, if you're not grounded, you afraid of dying. And if you're afraid of dying, cancel Christmas, right? You got to go through the transformation. You got to go through the initiation. They'll talk in the mystery schools. They'll fake like you're dying. Why? Because if you're afraid of death, ain't no more spiritual stuff to be talked about. Because soon as somebody throw death like that little carrot, you won't even care about nothing that nobody else is talking about. However, we are here to keep the vibe going. I'm going to do a little short commercial break, but we will be right back with more alignment and more energy. This is the one right here.
Our problem is we think we part of this government. You're not.
today, civil rights activist, comedian, Dick Gregory.
Anytime you vote for the lesser of the two evils, you evil yourself. That's how Hitler came to power.
You got people who are concerned in terms of where do we go from here.
You don't go nowhere. It's not your business.
What do you say to that activist, to that young person, to that elder who's saying, okay, what do I do for the next 4 years?
You do nothing. You're not going to make 4 years. This country won't make 4 years. It's over.
Now, when you say it's over, what does that mean?
It means decline. The Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, all of them fell. Okay? All of them fell. You see it.
So what should we do?
Our problem is we think we're part of this government. You're not. Everything you seeing, something's wrong with it. Okay, something's wrong with it.
Do you think that we're going to continue to see more of these protests? They've been happening every single day all across the country.
Yeah, because most of them are staged.
So we threw Baba Dick Gregory on there because he passed away on his 84th solar return. Now, Uranus travels around the ecliptic every 84 years, okay? As an exemplary figure of what Uranus represents, a modern day personification of the god, Uranus would be the energy of Dick Gregory, okay? So that's 84 years that it takes it to go around the ecliptic. Now, the actual chances that the sun would be conjunct Lambda Virginis and that the moon would be conjunct Uranus exact, like 0.35, is very slim. So we have a perfect full moon. The moon is conjunct Uranus perfectly. So Uranus being the planet of awakening, immediately, once I seen that, I immediately began to download Dick Gregory information. I've been listening to podcasts. I've been listening to YouTube videos. I just been downloading, to which I'm understanding astrology. Right? I understand it. And he not talking about astrology because he is astrology, to which I would hope that you would take this information and apply it so much so that you're not referencing, well, it is conjunct the fixed star Mu Virginis, so I should, talk to a virgin today. I don't know. No. Just be who you are. Your expression will then reveal what the star means. Right? Because in that interview, he referenced Hitler. However, how this thing works, the Kambalia star is the energy that aligns to the North Star, which the Virgo, all of the constellations and fixed stars orbit around Polaris. However, the foot or the last star of Virgin is the indicator of the angle of the ecliptical. And all of this to say, when there is a planet conjunct Kambalia, it will look as if that the energy is in Scorpio, and then Vedic will say, no, it's not in Scorpio, it's in Libra. And then True Sidereal will say, it's not in either one of that shit. It's actually still in Virgo. To which, if you can crack this mystery, if you know this, then you have been awakened to one of the sublimest mysteries. And of course, it's difficult to tell sidereal time because things aren't as even or easily worked out. It takes more effort and more brain power to do a sidereal astrology breakdown versus doing a regular Western astrology. But do y'all think that I would just be like, you know what? Let me just make it simpler for y'all. So, and let me talk about the same shit everybody else is talking about, which don't really fully matter. To which I promise you, if you can meditate or focus in on the goddess from the head to the foot to the ass, and it's like, well, how do I honor the goddess? I told y'all in previous videos, you find the closest woman to you and you pour into her ass. It could be your mama, it could be your daughter, it could be your wife, it could be your auntie, it could be a random stranger on the street. See if she needs some money or some food or something. You know, I mean, who knows, right? How it's going to work out for each and every one of us. But you get the concept and you get the idea. Cosmologically, it's a woman in the sky. Down here on Earth, it's these energies that's right in front of your face. So Kambalia, if you are an astrologer and you see that the sun or any planet is conjunct Kambalia and you do the due diligence, you say, wait a second, it's not in Scorpio. Wait a second, it's not in Libra. Actually, it's still in Virgo. Meaning that I have to just reorganize this shit as I move forward. An historical look, and so the way that it works out, the moon is conjunct Uranus or conjunct Baba Dick Gregory, right? And he gets to talking about Hitler and how Hitler utilized an actual sigil to control the masses. At least the masses in Germany, he ran it. But how did he take control of the people? They'd be like Third Reich and aliens and Holocaust and concentration camps and all of that might be right and exact, but they never talk about the Hopi sigil or the actual Ursa Major rotation around the constellation of the North Star, which is the actual perception is exact Kambalia. Oppose the moon in Uranus, exact Hamel, the alpha star of Aries. Conjunct Cetus. So if I'm going to look at this as because they know about these positions way in advance, family. They know because it's available to us to study and break these things down. This is nobody's science but our own, okay? To which, if we are observing the science, we can guarantee down to the October 31st, 2020 was the change of the Yuga. We went from Kali Yuga to Sat Yuga. Ladies and gentlemen, and they know this. That's why all of the fear shit is going on. Every conspiracist, every social commentator is talking about one way or another. If you vote for Trump, trouble. If you vote for Biden, trouble. Why are they perpetuating trouble? The whole year they've been telling you you're going to die. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying or not? Help me out. Have they been telling us that we going to die this year or not? I'm just I need some feedback. Because I don't want to sound too crazy. I don't be knowing what world I'm in. Sometimes I wake up in different dimensions and things of that nature. I just got to make sure that I'm in the right dimension. They've been telling us that we is going to die, right? We need to be afraid and protect ourselves with some flimsy ass masks. Now, what if I wore the same mask every day since March? Will I be okay? No, I didn't wash it. You just said wear a mask and I'll be okay. I'm supposed to wash my mask now? Shit, that's why I gotta wash my mask. I just don't want to die, right? Why are they instilling fear? And then why is Trump being compared to Hitler? And then you got the Hopi prophecy, the blue Kachina star. Come on, I know my remix listeners, you know, and Miss Blue and Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic back in the days was talking about the blue Kachina star of 2012. But then they like, no, 2020 is really 2012. Okay, we here now. Where's the damn blue Kachina at? What is we talking about? What's going to happen? What am I need to be afraid of? I did a study this morning. It said that it's 380 trillion viruses in our body right now. 380 trillion. That's more stars in the whole entire universe and viruses in our whole entire body. So if it was a time to be afraid of viruses, we should have been afraid. Been afraid. So I'm sorry to get off topic, but I'm just trying to paint a picture of the energies and what they trying to plant. And all your cosmic spiritual motherfuckers who do not understand esoterics and spirituality and psychology. This is perfection. This is love, life, and light. To which, if our mainstream media and propaganda tells us that this symbol is evil, but a cross, perfectly fine and normal. Ain't nothing wrong with a cross. Let's put a cross up all over this motherfucker. Let's put crosses everywhere. Swastikas? Oh, no. No. You better not. I dare y'all to walk outside with a swastika on. I bet you won't make it to the store. You won't make it to the store, right? But we trust the flag. We trust the cross. All of these symbols. All of these sigils. And black people, we don't know nothing from nothing. We just trying to make it through with an ankh. Hopefully this ankh could do the work, right? But even... I'll leave y'all alone. Okay? So I'm going to read this little section. Any planet passing this star is receiving messages of secret knowledge or the ancient knowledge encoded in our DNA when we know how to access it. Now, I dare any astrologer to bear witness on what I said before I said it, to which they won't. To which, if you utilize this energy for your benefit, for your internal benefit, dealing with the intrinsic value of psychic spiritual modalities, you will learn, you will know, you will understand. Will it be something that I'm telling you? No. Will it be something that such and such is telling you? No. Will it be something your guardian angels are telling you? Absolutely. Your ancestors? Absolutely. Do you have a connection? That's 50-50. Maybe watching YouTube videos is giving you a deeper connection with your ancestors, or the actual internal everyday wake up before I think about anything else. I think about who I am for real, because that's been hidden to me. And anything that was of any value to you has been demonized. Demonized to the point that you wouldn't even touch it. They like, Hood, you is going crazy. You talking about swastikas, bruh. What is going on? But did y'all see how I broke down the science to it though? At the same time? To which, is it evil? Or do it contain some knowledge within the cosmos? Now, deeper stuff. What is it signaling? Is it just the evil symbol? No, it's a symbol of the cosmos. Okay, it's a symbol of the cosmos, but what is that symbol? Well, the swastika is a procession. It moves. This is Ursa Major, the Great Bear. It moves, it pivots around the North Star Polaris. In the movement, it looks kind of like this. So when you reference it and you just draw a little crude symbol, this is the crude symbol that you get if you monitor the processions of Ursa Major. This is how you tell real time, right? And if you understand the time that we are in, Kali Yuga, what's next? Oh, had to drink the water because most of y'all won't even see it, but I'll show it to you. It's in between the owl and the knee. Cali, baby. Cali, baby. Well, Callie, she about to get up out of here, and we about to deal with Satya. Oh, we about to go into the golden age, baby. It's all good, baby. And a lot of people will be like, Hood, you full of shit. And Hood, it's about to be real bad. Hey, that's the world that y'all going into. That's where y'all going. Have fun in Democrat Republican world. Feel me? Have fun in that shit. Good and bad world, right? The lack of shadow, the lack of psychology world. Kill it. Send me a postcard. Where I'm headed, the golden age. I'm tired of this shit, y'all. I ain't figured it out. I'm figuring it out. But in the space of figuring it out, it's been hella hard and hella difficult. To which can't nobody on the news tell me that more negative shit is coming my way. I've maxed out on negativity. My worst days are behind me. Ashe, can I get some support in that? Can I get some confirmation and a consensus? Is your worst days behind you or no? Is there more negative shit headed your way? Is there more negativity headed your way? Please exit this goddamn video, because I don't want them vibrations or frequencies in my peripheral. My worst days are behind me. I've been through hell to get here, okay? I've been through hell to get here. And you got me fucked up if you think I'm going back. To which there has to be a solution, and that solution is understanding the real to real, the activation of your DNA, the activation of your chakras. And I gave y'all step-by-step blueprint. Your chakras are glands. You maximize your glands through herbs and practice and meditation and mantras and diet. To which an activated chakra cannot be read about. An activated chakra cannot be studied. You have to engage. You have to connect the spiritual to your body. To which, unless you're doing that, it's going to feel like, you wasting time. You looking for the next best thing. You are the best thing, sis. You are the next best thing, bro. To which, what is the future looking like for you as you realize yourself, as you activate your heart, activate your roots? I know y'all ain't ready for this, and I know y'all ain't here for this conversation, but don't say I don't offer the classes. Don't say I'm not here every month on schedule with the shits. Been here. Right? If this shit wasn't right and exact, I test spirit. I test spirit all the time. Spirit, strike me down right now if I ain't doing the right thing that I'm supposed to do. I know I ain't living right and exact. I know I got barriers. Well, break me down if I'm not doing the right thing. I don't fucking know. To which, if I feel the support and the momentum of doing it, I'm going to do it. And whether people catch up to it or understand what I'm doing, not my responsibility, not my problem. Because it takes effort and time and energy. And I swear to God, I ain't here to hold your hand. I swear to God, I ain't here to give you no boost and none of this shit. Because I got 4 children in real life that I actually have to be focused on and pay attention to. I can provide you the step by step, but you're going to have to do the work. So it's just catch 22. However, it's all good. It's all good. Because the timing is here. We perfected this shit. We know that the golden age is here. If the golden age wasn't here, they wouldn't be going so hard for us to be in fear for ourselves. If the golden age wasn't here. So all of these niggas who getting propagated and pent up to show you doom and gloom, look how many views they get. Thousands of views to propagate doom and gloom because that's what they want you to absorb. Hopefully, because they already dead. They already dead. They already gone. They gone. This is a shrinking of energies that don't have celestial rooting, cosmological rooting. I'll do you one better. For 1,250 years, we've allowed human beings who imagine themselves to be ready to rule. To which a human can't rule shit. A human can't even rule their body. I mean, the smartest human being can't monitor his breath and heartbeat at the same time 24 hours. A human has to go to sleep. So if it came to the point of us monitoring our heart, then we wouldn't be able to sleep. To which the whole monitoring and structuring of our life is done by a power greater than ourselves. To which that energy that allows our heart to beat and our lungs to expand is now coming alive. It's now coming online. And what are the fuck are you going to do about it? Well, I haven't been engaging in my spiritual. I've been dealing with this patriarchy. I've been just trying to save money. Well, is money real? No. Hold on. One more second. If you got money in the bank, then how the fuck do you got money? Shit, I got this water bottle, right? If I deposit this water bottle in the bank and I come back tomorrow and it's a filled up water bottle that's closed up and the water is like blue or something, then this ain't my water. It's a whole different type of water. So just because you put your money in the bank and they give you a digitized wallet, where's that money at? If you needed it at 2:00 in the morning, right now, could you go get it? No, I got to wait till the bank is open or I got to go to the ATM. But what if you need $5,000 and the ATM got a $200 limit? Well, you SOL, that ain't your money. I'm just saying the idea of possessions is going a little bit too far, to which the extrinsic value has gone too far. And now when you deal with the Sat Yuga, the golden age, which is all about the understanding of the Hindu principles of consciousness, we're none the wiser. We don't even understand karma. Niggas that get on here and talk all day about how karma don't exist. Well, why you ain't just smacking people then? Why you ain't motherfucking just doing whatever the hell you want to do? Because ain't no such thing as karma. I'm afraid of the consequences. Well, then that's karma, fam. It's subtle. It's subtle. So the golden age is when the gods rule. If we think that God is in charge now, that's our mistake, because the God is not going to use a human as his stand-in. It don't need to. It's God. Why do God need to use me to be a king or a leader or a reverend or a priest? These people assume these titles, but they ain't really about that life. Humans are not connected to the earth. Humans are not connected to the earth. Our consciousness is what connects us. To which if you don't share the consciousness, you will not survive. You can't survive this thing alone. You need a connection. You need a collection. That's what you are anyways. Family tree. You just a branch of that family tree. So understanding your family tree that goes deep into the cosmologics. Cosmologic. The logic of the cosmos. I did make that up, but that's a real thing that I'm working on. Cosmologics and psychologics. The logic of the soul. The logic of the cosmos. Y'all be using human logics and scratching your head. Y'all be like, I got a lot of money. Where's it at? In the bank. You don't got shit. You got an idea. But once these banks crash, which is happening, y'all ain't been paying attention to the financial market too. The stock market crashing like a motherfucker. To which you better get your money out them banks. It's funny, but I ain't laughing. Right? It's funny, but I ain't laughing. So the moon is in Aries. It's traditional Aries, Vedic Aries, Sidereal Cetus. But the nakshatra is the Bharani. So in understanding Aries, you understand it through this nakshatra. Now, this nakshatra, the symbol of it is the vagina, and it's ruled by Venus. I said the symbol of it is the vagina. So the symbol of Aries is the vagina. So if you got a girl that's an Aries, you better keep her, because you might trade her in for a goddamn Gemini. And you be like, this thing ain't hitting the same. You might trade her in for a damn Sagittarius. You like, man, this thing is not hitting the same. It's a reason that the Aries keep their exes in tow, right? She got 5 or 6 exes. Her friends like a motherfucker. They just like, man, maybe one day I get that thing one more time. You know what I'm saying? I just, just want it one more time. You feel me? Aries means pussy. Aries means pussy. You like, what the hell? You like, what the hell? Aries means pussy. That's a little vulgar, hood. I got kids listening. Well, they need to know. How did you get here? How did you get here? How did y'all get here? Let me know in the chat. I need to figure out how the fuck y'all got here. Because if y'all ain't come here through no pussy, I need to figure out how did y'all exist in this world? I'm going to wait for the chat, because maybe somebody came somewhere else. Maybe y'all had an anal birth. Did anybody in the chat come from have an anal birth? Okay. All life begins through the womb. Any test tube babies in here? We're talking about the womb, the facilitator of life. Now, whether you came through vaginally or you came through cesarean, the womb facilitated your existence. Even if you was I don't know if I'm not a test tube baby expert, so don't get me to lying. Oh, we got a jackal. Oh, so we got some wolf babies up in this joint. Shout out to all the wolf babies in the chat, right? This conversation ain't for the wolf babies. We specifically talking to the energies who have entered through this portal through a vagina. Our whole life started with a vagina. So when you talk about the first constellation, it's only right that the sign be an Aries. It is a such thing as wolf pussy. It is a such thing as wolf pussy. So I digress. Maybe if anybody came through a wolf portal, I tip my cap. Shout out to you. However, Shay. So when we fully get into this nakshatra, the moon and Uranus is in the womb of creation cosmologically. I said the moon and Uranus is in the womb of creation cosmologically. So can you create? Create, but be responsible. Only create what you can be responsible for. Because we can all have babies if we fuck, right? But are we able to take care of that child? We have to be responsible for that child. See, a lot of people fuck, but not being real responsible for what happens after. But that's a metaphor for everything. Because sex is God. Sex is life. Sex is everything. And the trick of the patriarchy is to suppress sexual energy and sexual nature. Not even to the point where you got to be fucking, right? It don't got to be a pornography for us to talk about sex. We could talk about sex the same way as we talk about football. The modality of it, the mechanics of it. How do you maintain that motherfucker? Man and woman, right? I had to change my diet up in order to provide the particular sustenance that my wife needed sexually. So it's two things. And we can create anything through the modality of the womb, but the womb is not used for fucking and carrying babies all the time or sex. That's just one purpose of the actual modality of the womb. The womb is the kickoff to all forms of creation. They say it all the time. Men dress this way, act this way so they can get attraction to women. We wore baggy pants when we thought y'all liked it. We wear tight pants because we think y'all like it. We'll get into this a little later. But a full moon conjunct this nakshatra is indicating that our changes come from, our manifestations come from that which is within us. How do you manifest? You manifest from the womb. To which ColumbianExchange.com gets you that womb steam from my wife. She makes them. Now, a lot of people make them, but they call them yoni steams, meaning that they focus in on this area. They get the pussy wet, right? And the pussy wet is good, don't get me wrong. But the herbs that my wife used go straight up into the uterus, ovaries. My wife is not only a president of a yoni steam, she is a client. I promise you, I can stare at my wife, look her deep in the eyes, and the next day she'd be like, guess what, honey, I'm pregnant. Can't be like, I can't even look at her deep in her eyes no more, y'all. We that fertile. And I'm not trying to, well, I am. However, I am trying, maybe my wife is not the go-to womb steam, yoni steam person for you, and your cousin, sister, and then make them get that. Men, hello. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all gonna have to start steaming too. I say y'all gonna have to start steaming too. The vibrations and the frequency off of those herbs wrapped around your scrotum and phallus is going to take your sex game to a whole nother level. Don't knock it until you try it. And a lot of people was going to say, oh, only the women have to steam. Only the women have to steam. Well, if you are giving your woman dirty energy, she going to have to be steaming all the fucking time. You deal with herbs not as a medication. You deal with herbs to stabilize and normalize your natural functions that you have. Once you get the normalized function and stabilization, oh, now y'all manifestation supreme machine. But if all y'all doing is fucking for orgasms and, all of that, you are not in this conversation. So if you have no partner and you want to understand what a yoni is, what an Aries is outside of the sexual tool, is simply the changes that come from within. A phallus represents the changes that are now externalized, right? We make our major changes from within and we see these out through the changes externalized. So the yoni and the phallus need each other because a lot of people just be like, I'm changing, but I'm still going to the same job. I still live in the same house. I'm still doing the same shit, but I'm changing though. You need that divine masculine energy because you may very well be changing on the inside, but the yoni and the phallus, they work well together in case you didn't know. I don't know why I threw the thing on mute, but here we are. So I like to do this thing called tarot astrology, where I look at the deacon astrology of the sidereal chart, Vedic chart, and pull up some cards to examine. And I like this deck. It's called the Milo Manara deck, and it's like very sexual, very erotic. But like I said earlier, God is sex. Life is sex. If it wasn't for sex, I would not be here. To which understanding sex is the deepest thing that we can do. And we should be able to talk about sex without y'all feeling like somebody is trying to have sex with you. Hello. Y'all ain't like that? Okay, let's move on. All right, so let's look at the sun. We talked about this card earlier when Mercury was at this position. So Mercury was actually conjunct Cambalia or move Virginus, which we have a Mercury retrograde that is going to hit this point twice. which is the unlocking of secrets. So we have energies bouncing off of this particular star, the heel of the Virgin, giving it significance. So we're dealing with this card again, and it's centered in shame. But she's masturbating in secret. Once again, it's the energy of changing from within, but having shame about it, or feelings of pleasure, feelings that feel good to you, but yet you feel good because you feel bad because you feel good. This is some human shit. And there's no win for this. Because the moment that I'm out here talking about sex this and sex that and, being all sexual vulgar, cancel hood mystic. Hashtag cancel hood mystic. But when you connect to your root, you can easily address your sexual inquisitions without any shame or guilt, because you're just having a conversation, and it's a natural conversation that comes up through rooting. Libra deals with the 7th house. And a lot of people, fellas, y'all don't know this, but just because y'all looking at a sexy ass woman, the girl not always thinking that all the time. You could be like, damn, you look so good. You so fine. Y'all be doing the damn thing. And she be like, I hope he ain't looking at my stretch marks. Dang. I hope this ain't, just not even really in the whole vibe. Because they self-conscious, like, ooh, I hope he don't see this, or I wonder if he like this hair bonnet. Should I take this hair bonnet off? Or I don't want to take the lace front off yet. Oh, no, it came off. He snatched it off. Oh, no. He gonna see that he knew it was a lace front. That's why he snatched it off. And I say all of this to say, your insecurities is in the way of real relationships, because I'll tell you one better, we don't give a shit. Stretch marks, lace front, quick weave. Come on with it, sis. Come as you are. No judgment from me. This is how men are. So we still dealing with relationships as we bring down the moon conjunct Uranus, because we said that this actual energy of Aries is vagina. It is the womb. And this picture is very funny because you have like a straight-laced dude and a naked woman mounting him. And what's the symbolism to that? Women choose their mate. I mean, this is not braggadocio or egotistic or nothing, but I can be in multiple relationships right now, but I'm choosing the relationship that I want to be in. Because women will try to put you into the space of, you're perfect for me. How do you know that? How do you know that the guy is perfect for you until you do psychology? Till you get your psychologics, because you could be projecting an image of a perfect man that a man might fit into, but once you get into the nitty gritty of the relationship, you get in a reading. Hey, hood, I don't know if this is going to work out. What happened? Well, it's negative now, and I don't know how to make it positive. I can only be in a relationship if it's positive, hood. So I say, oh, man, I don't know how to help you. No, for real, though. You got to do psychological work. You got to deal with the subconscious mind and the type of partner that you want. And then you got to get that person to realize that that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And I wish it was like a personal, real way to say how you manifest. But all I can say is that creation starts from within. And it starts from your subconscious mind. To which, if you could, sometimes wombs send me messages in my dream. Like the pussy would be talking to me. So I'm saying that your vagina or your womb has a consciousness, to which if you connect with that, that will give you the energy that you need. And it will direct you or become the magnetizing force that you want. If you just going out here latching on to energies that hit your DM, you got a whole, there's no compatibility there. There's no connection there. And if a person is in your mind doing the things that mentally soothe you, but what about the emotional things? What about the physical things? Or maybe physical, but he don't got the emotional or mental. And maybe you get mental, physical, and emotional. You still not done. Because this is the spiritual piece to which in relationships, y'all don't give a fuck about. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't know how to manifest and attract energy. It's always this quote right here. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. If you don't know how you going to be bout it in that relationship, if you don't know how you going to win, if you don't know how you going to deliver, you already lost. If you think that you going to get into the relationship and it's going to work itself out, oh my God, it don't. It don't never work itself out. It just get worse and worse and worse because you have no relationship skills. If you had no cooking skills and you cooked every day, the shit's going to be nasty every day. You're just not going to wake up and be like, okay, I know how to cook today. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn. And for the most part, since we dealing with Aries, it's just the pussy so good and that's how you going to win. And maybe on instinct, I like this guy, fingers crossed. Y'all know how many Aries friends that I got who will... They either have relationship issues or they jump into relationships way too quick and then be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I need to get out this relationship. Being patient, doing that inner work and actually magnetizing the energy, bringing all of your psychic and spiritual forces into this actual modality and not winging it and hoping that things will work for the better will, change this shit like that. And this is the beginning of a phase. And this phase is not mental. The mental comes last. The first is the esoteric fire and passion, to which you may need to get that fire lit. However, you can light it yourself. This is the twin flame. A lot of y'all want twin flames, but y'all don't got no flame. Y'all not no flame. So how is that your twin flame? You might as well just get twin ice buckets. Because y'all both cold as fuck. And not in a good way. Just cold and disinterested. The flame starts from your esoteric understanding of the flame being inside of you. And once you understand that this flame is inside of you, relationships are easy. What I said earlier, I'm not bragging, but I can get 15 women right now. Because it's me. But I love my wife, and it ain't like I'm interested in no energy outside of my wife and my children. But it's not because I can't get it. Because it's me. I know who I am. I know I'm bringing hella shit to the table, and you may not like me, and I'm not even going to take it personal because it's somebody else that will. This is how it looks. However, if you just straggling and scraggling on to some shit because you don't know how to really hold on to build a relationship, that's how it looks too. So putting these two together, we should be able to see these energies clearer. We can magnetize the relationship that we want. We could be a dweeb with a hot wife, right? We could be a hot wife with a amazing man. To which we have to light that fire within ourselves. We have to be the spiritual component that we receive. To which, what do you have to offer that individual? Nothing. We'll expect that in return. You have everything to offer him. Well, you'll expect that in return too. But a lot of y'all are fearful and triggered by past relationships, but you didn't start spiritually. So that's the reason. That's the reason you started mentally and it didn't work out. However, this pattern is saying we can start now spiritually, and as the actual energies circumvent through this actual constellation, 28 days, back to this original point, we might have a development because we dealing with Scorpio energies and Libra energies, and we can really master our relationships. But then a lot of people is like, fuck my relationship, I only care about money, to which you will be in a negative, more negative situation than you started off. So to simplify this, your money ain't shit. Your relationships are everything. Your internal work is your intrinsic value, and the buildup of that will allow you to attract more extrinsic things, but also getting rid of the extrinsic things, because too much of anything is a bad thing. Concentration and focus, things that will really help you as the sun transits into Libra. But that concentration and focus, you don't necessarily know what to concentrate and focus on. This is that internal work. This is that meditation. This is that journaling. This is that dream work. Because when it speaks to you in the dream world, when it speaks to you through a vision, then you know this is what I should focus on. This is what I should concentrate on. And the sun will be in Libra from all of November until probably like the last week of November. So you have 3 weeks to concentrate and focus. And then we go through our 7-day alchemical process, because the sun only stays in Scorpio for 7 days. So a lot of fake Scorpios out of here. Scorpio is a privilege. Y'all not Scorpios. Y'all Virgos or Libras. Very few of them. Very few Scorpios out here. And shout out to y'all. We'll deal with that when we get there. But this has been an episode of the full moon vibes, episode 1. Give me a comment. Let me know how you like this. It's the same old thing, but just a little bit more artistic vibes and things of that nature. Just putting a little bit more effort. If you want it, like, you know, I have the tendency to ramble and go on, but if you want a clear and concise outline of everything that I discussed, please utilize the links in the description, or if you want to type it in, it's multiplestreams.info. Very simple, but that is the blog where you get all this information. And, you know, I'll see all of you guys on the flip side. You know, I'm still working, still jugging, still trying to get things popping. If y'all want to talk to me about anything, please utilize the links in the description. ColumbianExchange.com. Lit. If you want a reading from me, I got a nice little deal discount link in the description. I'll get you half off reading, emailed to you, sent to you. Probably be better than an actual one-on-one consultation. But those links are in the description. I really do appreciate y'all for watching, helping out the algorithms and things of that nature. Y'all been great. Y'all been participating. I love y'all for that. I'm the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com. Email me if y'all need anything. But other than that, I'm signing out. I got to go see about these babies. Peace out.